Hello YouTubers, Tross here, back playing some more Kerbal Space Program. And it's nighttime right now, so I think I'm just going to advance it to next morning. And then we'll take a look. Ooh, actually... Actually, I don't want to do that. Let's come in here. So actually, I was looking at this just before starting this episode, and I see an interesting contract here. Test the Whiplash turbo ramjet engine on a suborbital trajectory. And I think that means we can just fly it. Turbo ramjet Whiplash engine, I believe, is one of the new ones that came out with 1.05. Oh, they actually do mean suborbital. That'll be interesting. I'm gonna take it. I think it's gonna be fun. I think I'm still gonna make an aircraft, but maybe put it on a rocket. So let's accept the contract. All right. This may also be interesting. This is one of the new contract types that came out with 1.05. We already have a probe around Minmus, and they want us to change its orbit. Before accepting it, though, I want to check that probe has fuel. Let's do this. The Surveyor 1 probe. Surveyor 1 probe. Oh! If we have any fuel at all, let's go fly the probe and see. That should be relatively easy if we have. Oh. I think we should do that too. Let's head back to Space Center. So I'm just doing a few little contracts. Not really to waste time, but we're basically just waiting for the science to come in from the moon. So instead of just time warping, I figure we can do some simple contracts. This guy wants to fly around the sun, fly by the sun. That's... Extract ore from moon. That sounds good, but deliver it to Kerbin. We can't do that right now. We'd have to build a new ship for that. Although it does sound interesting. How much? 14 years? I'm going to accept that. We'll do that eventually. Station around doing Explore Ike. Get someone and their craft from the surface of the moon. That's going to be a little tough. I believe we have a contract like this for Minmus. That we should probably try that first. Minmus sounds a bit easier. Anyway, let's get that probe moved. Where? Surveyor 1 probe. Right past it. Okay, here's the probe. Here's the sun. Here's our resources. And there's Minmus. So if everything is how I think it is, but new, I don't remember those green marks. Hopefully we're coming this way. We can actually see it. That's 17 minutes away. That's 52. So we are headed this way. So all we need is to add a maneuver here at our descending node. And something like that, although we then have to adjust our thrust. But that looks really close. It's only 21 meters per second as well, so that's nice. We should definitely have 21 meters per second worth of fuel left in this. I think we have, well, we definitely have a good amount of fuel. About a quarter of that tank. Can we... We have RCS, because we have basically no torque. Turn off SES for the moment. Alright, that is just about lined up there. And we have about 16 minutes. So let's warp to maneuver. So we're coming around to the dark side. Alright, we're about a minute away. Any lights on this? No lights. Let's look this way so at least we see it silhouetted. And we came off the maneuver a bit, but here we are, pretty much lined up again. I'm going to turn off the RCS, or else it will continuously use it once we do get the engine on. We should get a little more control. I'm going to start about 10 seconds and just thrust up a little, because we shouldn't need that much thrust. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Is that going to be close enough? I think so. Okay, we adjusted its orbit. There we go, that's one contract done. Let's head back to the Space Center. And let's take a look here. Need to use engines. The Whiplash turbo ramjet. Space grade materials for very high performance, which is latest in thrust vectoring, compression technology, and it's designed to operate at higher altitudes and speed. This is a jet engine, so I'm not sure why we're going to be testing it suborbitally in orbit, or in space, I should say. Please air from around the compressor at high speeds, allowing a far maximum speed than regular jet engines, so engineers assured us all those leaks are intentional. It's not electric. It's got the maximum thrust at Mach 3. And steady ISP. And it needs air intake. So, yeah, I'll be back in a minute or two with a plane on a rocket to test this thing. I'll see you then. Okay, I think we are ready. Let's just warp to the next morning, like we were doing before, but I stopped it because I want to make sure we picked up the contract before it expired. There we are. Let's... there we go. Test aircraft 1, and we want... we're going to put Verica and Bill. We need an engineer because this is highly experimental. And, well, we'll take a look at it on the launch pad. It's basically an aircraft strapped to the side of a rocket. I was hoping to strap the rocket underneath it, but apparently you can't attach anything to the bottom of this engine. So we put the aircraft up as high as we could. I'm hoping between the 6 fins on the bottom, the surfaces, and the gimballing on this, that we'll be able to keep this going up straight. Let's take a look at our resources. Put our SAS on, throttle up to 100, and I think we're ready to go. We basically where's those? Those are gravimetric. Those are in orbit, so we could do that as well soon, but not with this. We are testing the Whiplash engine. We just have to get over 100 kilometers. So we're probably just going to go mostly straight up. We just have to be careful when we are ready to re-enter. So let's launch in 3, 2, 1. Alright, yeah, we're kind of tilting, but if I hold... This is really not stable. Alright. Yeah, I don't think those fins on the back are enough. I was hoping. Alright. Those are away. Can we save this? Okay. That rocket is doomed. But we seem to be flying. Oh, now you're going back up. Yeah. All's probably stable now. Let's... those are our solids. Let's start this engine up. And yeah, can't click run test here. It's like, no, I thought this was the afterburning engine, but it doesn't seem like it is. This may be the one with high thrust vectoring. It does have good thrust. We are going pretty quick. Yes, we're not trying to break the sound barrier here. Well, we sort of had that rocket under control. At least initially, but as we started going faster, I think we just need more fins. Because as we started going faster, this craft probably produced a lot more drag. And yeah, you don't want drag at the top of your rocket. That's what makes it flip. Have landing gear on here. We don't have parachutes. So the only way of getting this back is landing it. Two of the landing gear are right at the edge of the wings and far back. So it should be relatively hard to hit the engine and break it off. We don't have air brakes or anything, which may be a bit of a problem. We are going pretty fast, but I'm going to try. Go. Let off some speed. Let's put the gear down. So let's put the gear down. There it goes. Come on, turn. Well, we don't have to land on the runway, although it would be nice. I probably should upgrade the runway to the full. Now we're turning. There we go. Hit the brakes. Turn off the engine. And we actually landed pretty nicely. Let's recover that. And we're going to need a bit of redesign. Let's see what we can do here. Kind of need more drag. Hoping that will be enough, but I'm worried that it won't be. Fuel tanks. We could do something like this, but I'm afraid that will unbalance us the other way. Do we have any aerodynamic panels? This is what we'll do. Oop. panels like that. We'll have to move these up though. I only want 2 of these just to help us get off the pad. Although they may hit these fins. I think it'll be okay. Could also... I'm not sure how heavy this is. Fuel tanks. I'm not sure how that will affect our aerodynamics, but that will at least somewhat balance the weight. Save. Still have our pilot and engineer. Let's launch. Okay, you hope you're ready, guys. We'll put the throttle up to full. And let's go in 3, 2, 1. Well, I'm not sure what happened there, but I don't think that was successful. Now we know we can land this. Should be able to land this. Just waiting for the solids to... Yeah, that wasn't going to go well. Oh, I see. Well, I sort of see what happened. Maybe we don't need the solids. What we do need is those not to be all sorts of weirdly connected. Let's just throw some stress on those, because I don't exactly like the look of that. Maybe 3. And so the crew. Launch. Alright. Running close to out of time. Want to get this done. Throttle all the way up. SAS on. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. This is looking a lot better. Especially now, this time that we didn't somehow lose all our fins. I thought we might have lost these two side ones. I was not expecting all of them to fall off last time. Can we slow down? Why are we buffeting all around? Turn off SAS. Nope. Come on back here. We're not doing too bad. SAS back on, maybe. I'm actually not sure what broke there. Yeah, we're not gonna get to the height we need. Let's revert that flight. Let's do a few things here. I'll get that relatively even. Something about there. Sure if this came off and hit the rest of the craft. Now, while we're here, I'm gonna put a fuel line. But I'm also going to have that not flow initially. And if we need the little extra fuel, we then will have it. Save, launch, and slow down a bit after, let's say, 6 kilometers up. Alright, 3, 2... Start off with SAS. But when we start shimmying, turn it off. Then I'll have to pretty good on the controls. So far, no shimmy. Back us off a bit. Yeah, we're starting to get up there. I don't want to cross 300 until the air gets much thinner, not with this many control surfaces. We're starting to pick up a little more speed, so I'm going to back it off a bit more. Once we get above 20, I think we'll be okay. Alright, we are headed for 20 right now. I think this is the launch. A few mishaps, but doing good now. Alright. We're above 20. Let's throttle this up. Yeah, we're nice and solid now. 70, 80, 90, over 100. And we still got fuel left. We even use this. I'm going to leave this attached until we get to 100. And it's the last contract, isn't it? Oh, almost. Kerbal suborbital between 100 and 110. And I just went out like this. Just hopefully make it a little easier re-entering. We have some horizontal movement. It's not all just a big dive. Okay, we are over 100. Let's just get a little more horizontal velocity here. Okay. Let's detach. Let me wait until we're under the 110 again, which should be not too long. Using a bit of power, but we got plenty. Alright, we're coming back down. And 2,000 meters, 2 kilometers. We'll be able to activate the engine, which should satisfy the contract. Okay. Alrighty. Now we just need to return safely. It was the lifting rocket. There's the moon. And that should hopefully get us. Hopefully we'll come down and not overheat or anything. And we'll be able to fly back to the Space Center with this engine. Or I probably should have kept... Probably better keep going and land over here. Although... Alright, we're going to hit the atmosphere in about 20 kilometers. Actually, it's 10 kilometers, but until you're at 55 or so, you don't even get re-entry effects. And we're coming down maybe at a 45-degree angle. So this actually should be a relatively okay glide angle. We're picking up some speed, but it should bleed off relatively easily. We're basically half orbital speed, although we are still picking up speed. And we're down to 44 kilometers. Ooh! Glad you just missed us. Here we go. We're slowing up now. I think the engine just lit. Yeah, so we have definitely slowed down. The engine's actually keeping us going over. Yeah, I don't want to go that fast. Yeah, this engine really likes thin air and high speeds. Yeah, it's gonna be quicker going to here instead of turning around. There's the land right ahead of us. I'm not sure how fast these parts can hold, or how much heat they can take. So I don't want to really risk going too quick. Though get some heat meters before these break. So are using about half a unit of fuel a second. And why don't I see air? Not sure why I don't see air. Maybe it's just because I took it off from the launch pad. Like it was a rocket, not an aircraft. I'm getting quite high again. And we're going, well, basically Mach 3 with only 1/3 thrust. Let's just play for 1 minute here. Full throttle. Oh, we are really picking up speed. Yeah, that's good. That's plenty. Throttle all the way almost off. I kind of want to land here, but not completely fly over it. I'm gonna head towards those mountains there. I want to try to land like this way. It's a little rough looking, but we have those really high and still pretty fast, even though we no longer have the wind effects. We're still going over Mach 2 here. We're dropping, but we're still quite high. Alrighty. We're under 10 kilometers. We're just about at Mach 1. pretty good, I think. Lots of clear looking space ahead of us. Although it does seem to have some small hills and bumps. Hopefully they won't be an issue. The only problem is I'm not entirely sure how high the land is, but we still are a ways up, so we're at least 3 kilometers above the surface. The only problem is I'm going to need to dump some speed relatively soon. It's oh, here we go. Kind of close. Alright, it's definitely going uphill there. Landing uphill is not really the best. Let's put the gear out. So maybe after we pass that ridge, we are slowing. We're getting close to 150 meters per second. This thing, I think, still gets a little, or at least it can stay in the air as slow as like 50 or 60 meters per second, so we're doing alright. Alright, we're down to 100. Our shadow should be off to this side, I think. It's not. The sun. Oh, it's almost directly above us. Okay. Alright, this looks. Well, it's sloped this way a bit, but that's better than being sloped, going into a slope. We're at about 70 meters per second. A little faster, but no, we are now picking up speed because now I'm coming down a bit. I don't think we have to worry about the tree. And here we go. Nice, gentle brake. Cut the engine. And we bounce up into the air. We'll come back down again. Here we are. Brakes. We're under 50, although that doesn't guarantee we won't leave the ground again, but seeing that we're now down to 30, we should be on the ground permanently. And there we are. Stopped. Recover the vessel. And I think that will just be about it for this episode. Let's just see the results. $1.3 science earned. Got 11,000 funds back, and while they didn't gain any XP, they did go on a nice trip. And we finished that contract, and I'm sure that gave us some science as well. What did that give us? Hey, Gene. That gave us... No. Both these were in order. So the ones you completed most recently were at the bottom, but let's doesn't seem to be the case. It was here we go, Whiplash. And we got a little science from it. And some funds. Not sure if that covered the cost of our launches. I'm sure it didn't. Not with all the launches we did. Although, I think we did revert one of them. But that will be this episode of Kerbal Space Program. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.